guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking through the books that I read in January. And it's gonna be a shorter one, I think, because I only read 3 books in January. I'm currently reading 3 books at the same time, which is kind of probably the reason why I didn't finish more. I'm currently reading a work-related book, a non-fiction book, and a fiction book, so it's kind of whatever I feel like reading at the specific point in time. Plus I've been traveling for work, which makes it harder for me to find time to read as well. But 3 books. Starting off with my final Christmas read of 2023 going into 2024. The book is called Holiday Romance by Catherine Walsh. This is the first one. I'm currently actually reading number 2 because I thought it was really cute. So why not read kind of the, I don't know, like it's in the same series, but it's about a different person. So it's not really in the same series. Although that doesn't matter. We'll talk about that next month. This book is about Molly and Andrew, and they vaguely know each other. They both live in Ireland. No, both live in the US but are from Ireland, and they end up on the same plane home for Christmas every year. And this one year they get stranded because there's a lot of snow, and they get to know each other better and things evolve from there. When I read kind of what this was about, I looked at the rating on Goodreads, and that's a really positive rating, but the premise in itself sounded like okay, I've seen that 100,000 times at this point, like your typical romance read, but kind of the banter between the two, the kind of, well, not enemies, but people that don't get along great, to friends to lovers, because of course it's a friends to lovers type of story. It's done in a nice way. It's not too standard. There is some nice interjections here and there to make it more interesting to read than your average one. So I enjoyed this one. I gave it 4 stars. Then the second book that I read was a really quick read, and that was Oseman's Heartstopper Volume 5. It's the 5th book in the series, so of course there isn't too much to share on what happens in here because there's 4 books that come before it. It is a graphic novel, as you can see, and I just think the way this is done is really nice. It's really cute. It's very high school, so a lot of the problems and things they talk about, I'm a little bit older than that at this point, but I just think they're really cute. It's a nice, like, different type of genre for me to get into, and with genre I mean the graphic novels in itself. Haven't really read a lot of those outside of these books, and I just enjoy the concept, and I think they're cute reads. They read really quickly. It takes me about an hour or so to get through this because of course it's pictures and not text, so 300 pages of pictures, you will get through that quite quickly. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I actually check how many stars I gave this one. 3 stars, which just means I enjoyed it. Nothing like overly special. It didn't blow my mind, but that's mainly because I'm not in high school anymore, and these topics, as much as I love that they touch on like things that especially people this age should be reading more about, because it's like not feeling great, depressions, what is it, like anorexia, I guess that's what it's called in English as well, right? And love, of course, always love. It's cute. Then the 3rd book that I read was the Atlas, the second one in the Atlas series, which is the Atlas Paradox. I thought it was okay. I gave this one 3 stars as well, but this is kind of a higher tree than the one for the Atlas Paradox by Olivie Blake. It's a dark academia type book about a bunch of kids that are in this academy because they were chosen. That's kind of what happens in part 1. Of course a lot happens, and there's a kind of this cliffhanger at the end of book 1, like you figure out actually what is happening, and it's like a okay, I need to figure out more type of cliffhanger. And then in this book, it kind of, I just don't feel like there was like a really catalytic thing that happened that really kept me engaged. There was a lot of like them doing their dark academia, studying, learning, a little bit of frustration, a little bit of things that need to be figured out. One of them has been taken from the group. You will know when you've read this series what I mean, but I don't want to give more details than that. And I don't know, like I'm hoping it's a 3-book series, so there's one more book which I do want to read, and I'm hoping that that will kind of turn into something a little bit more. Maybe this was kind of the filler between like the first book where we learn what the whole situation is, and then the last book where everything comes to a grand finale or something. But this book just was kind of that in the middle. Stuff did happen, but yeah, I can't give too many details because it's the second book in the series, but if you've read it, you might know what I'm talking about. Do let me know if you have read it, and let me know your thoughts as well. And yeah, those were the 3 books that I've been reading. Now, my assumption for next month is that I'm definitely going to have a good few more books that I've read, because I already finished 1 book. I'm reading 3 at the same time, that I'm kind of like partly through already at this point as well. And we're only on the 5th of the month, so yeah, I think this month will be a slightly better reading month than last month, but let's see. Thank you very much for watching. That's it. Bye bye.